Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroads Online. Today we've got some work to do. So we're over here at the sawmill, and the plan is to get a train together to head to the coal mine on our newly laid track. We've got old number 4 here doing duty, and we're going to see if we can get the train over to the base of the mountain over there at Iron Mine Mountain Yard. And if it makes it that far, we might take a run at get to the coal mine. I'm not sure if this will do it. I don't think it will. But you don't know until you test your limits. So I've got this hooked up to the 20 stake cars. We only need 16 to go to the coal mine. I'm going to take an even number, so we'll just fill up the coal mine when we get there. And what I'd also like to do is get some hopper cars bought and take those along as well as empties, at least over to the yard. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to back this around to the storage yard over here and cut off 4 cars. So we'll have 16. We'll have 10 with beams, and then we'll have 6 for the rails. And then that should fill up the coal mine when we get there. We're also getting a little low on wood, so we're going to stop by, fill this thing up. Be really careful with the hitbox on that. It's easy just to throw your wood into nothing. Alright, we've got, yeah, good fire temperature. Everything's good to go. I'm going to go fairly slow backing this long train up. Get started here. I should already have all the switches lined up. I'm thinking probably in a future episode, I'm going to redo all this track over here. It's kind of a mess. It worked when I was running just the smaller locos. And now that we're getting some of the bigger locos, like even this 060 here kind of struggles a little bit. And I noticed this line too, the cordwood cars get kind of jumpy going over that. I haven't noticed it with the stake cars or the log cars. I mean, sorry, with the log cars. But they're a lot shorter. But the cordwood cars are really jumping coming through here. So I don't know if I'll redo this, but we're definitely going to redo all this part over here at some point. Just to make it not quite a bowl of spaghetti. It's a little ugly. It works. It's very functional. You can get to anywhere you need to go. But it's a little bit of a mess. So we got our firewood right there. Probably stop and grab a load. And this corner here, especially coming by the other side of that, is really tight. Alright, let's throw on a little bit of brake. Let's go get some wood. Rather be on this track over there, but you know, we'll make do. I think we could just throw that at the side of the loco and be good. You can see we've actually used a fair bit of firewood. This, I think it's a class 48 especially, is really hungry for wood. Seems like it burns through it at a very high rate. I'm going to get at least 2 or 3 rows filled back up. We don't have to fill the whole thing. Hopefully someday we can pay like an NPC to do this. I would gladly pay money to just fill me back up with firewood. The novelty kind of wears off after you've done it a couple hundred times. Clicky, clicky, clicky. There we go. And that'll get us over there and back, I think. On through. I remember to turn the headlight on today. And I've got Railroads Online extended up on my other monitor so I can see when the tail end of the train gets to the yard. Just need to drop off 4 cars so we end up at 16. And I've got a little short track there in the storage yard that should be perfect for that. Just easing on back. The beta is pretty good about stuff not jumping off the track, but still want to be careful. I have pushed things off the track going too fast. I can see the back of the train. It's just rounding that curve, and then right past that curve is where we head into the yard. There we go. Back of the train is entering the yard. Just keeping an eye on it on my other screen here. Playing brakeman, conductor, engineer, train master, yard master. Wearing all the hats. I think that'll do. So let's run back along here and we can use handbrakes. Get stopped. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to cut off at this car rate. Brakes! Sure we counted right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So cut that guy off. That should be all the handbrakes released. Now we just got to pull up and get this sucker loaded. Where are you, handle? There you are. Oh, the train brake handle is there. Sometimes it disappears. It just takes a little vacation and it's just not there. Notice that also with the regulator handle on the Betsy. But overall the beta's pretty well. Knock on wood. I apologize, there may be a bunch of background noise with the microphone. It's pretty warm and the air conditioning's running. My office where I work and play is right next to the utility room where the furnaces are. I say furnace, it's also air conditioner. Central air for those not in the US. One machine does both heating and cooling. Alright, now we just got to pull back around. Get this thing loaded up. Up in this view. You know, I forgot to write down the name. It was something Toad, I think. Somebody left a comment about the climax jumping off the track. And their theory was that it had to do with, like, forces in the couple here. After you load the save. And they said to uncouple from the climax, get in it, get back out, and then recouple. And that actually has worked a couple times, so thanks for the tip. I will try to remember to keep doing that and hopefully not flip the climax off the track anymore. I haven't had this do it lately, so there's that. But the climax, it seems like every single time. More speed up. Come on, old number 4. I don't like the rails on the front of the train. Tempted to put the beams on the back. I could always shuffle them around. I didn't get the brakes on soon enough, so we're going to blow right by here anyway. I'll see if I can count. So I want to leave 6 cars for beams. So 2, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Getting pretty close. Where I need to be there. Let's get slowed right down. There's number 6. I want that guy right there to be here. Gonna pull forward another car length. Four, 5, 6. Somewhere in there, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we pretty much nailed it. Let's see if we can get some beams loaded. And since we can only get 3 beams per car, we need 10 of these. So according to my sources, the coal mine takes 30 beams and 60 rails. Which seems backwards, because it takes twice as many beams to make coal. So hopefully that information is accurate. Alright, I'm going to get these cars all loaded, and then we're going to head down. Thinking I might leave these beams at the top. Go get the rails. So yeah, I'll get loaded up, and we'll head out. Okay, the last of the beams are on. Let's head on out. So I think we'll leave the beams, like I said, at the top of the hill. No need to try to pull those out of the hole there where the smelter is. It would be a recipe for disaster. I don't think the old Class 48 could do it. Now let's see if we can not pull the cars off the track. Let's keep her about 20%. They call that zip line? String line? They've got a term for when you do that. I've done that plenty of times with the model railroad. How's it going, little Shay? Well, number 2 is just sitting there waiting. The sawmill pond's empty, though, so we're going to have to get logs eventually. We're moving pretty good. Let's go ahead and get a little more steam on. Counterintuitively, we have to go this way to go that way. Through the spaghetti. Kick back and watch the drivers roll. Don't get going too fast, though. We do have to stop right up here. I want to stop basically here. I guess we could pull on down through that siding. As long as we have enough room to get back up. Because we'll back up the hill. And then just couple back on and continue. I hope that makes sense. It'll make sense when you see what we're doing. Does the mouse cursor ever disappear? Well, some games, if you don't move the mouse for a while, it disappears. I don't think it does here. Disappears when you're holding down the right mouse button, though. So yeah, we'll want to stop right in here. Let's get some brakes on. We even need some car brakes. The car brakes seem very, very effective. Current build. Should get us to a stop. I want to set some brakes on the beams back here. I don't think those will move because I think the physics is disabled. Because cars don't roll on a grade anymore. But I had that one turned on. Yes, I just did too, didn't I? There we go. Alright, let's head on down and get some beams, and then if we can't get out, I guess I'll have to bring the climax over. I have a feeling we're not going to be able to get out. with 6 cars full of beams. Or not beams, rails. So that's the plan. We'll head down to the smelter, load up with beams, and then back up out of here. And we'll take the switch over and head over to Iron Mine Mountain Yard. This is downhill all the way, so I don't want to get too fast, because then there's so much rolling friction. It's kind of hard to judge. Now with the cordwood, I just put on 100% brakes about there and just rode it all the way down. Still got going at a pretty good clip. Oh, we got a weird little bridge thingy there. I hadn't noticed that before. It's odd. The brakes are kind of weird too in this patch. It's like if you just barely put them on, it's like they're not linear or something. Oh yeah, this whole bridge is like that. It didn't used to be like that. That had to just load in and have an error like that. Weird. Wait, wasn't this all creosote? Yeah, I did this all in creosote. So that's just, for whatever reason, it loaded in wrong. I wonder if that's a symptom of doing Railroad.studio. Might have messed it up that way. I know I was tweaking some curves. It might be my fault. Might have to relay that. Or just ignore it. Either way. So I do need to set the switch down. Get over on the screen. Oh, it's already set. We're good. Easy there, train. Not get out of control. So what do you think? Are we going to be able to push 6 loads of rails up out of here? I have my doubts, but you don't know till you try. So I wonder if it had been better off going around the other direction. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Brakes! One of these is rails. It's the very first one, so I'll slide right past it, aren't I? It's alright, we'll line up the back cars. Push in. Hard to tell with this perspective, but be back in there somewhere. Let's try that and see how we're doing. Let's go ahead and hit save. Man, I really wish they would sort this by newest first. There's just so many little quality of life things. Make this a lot better game. Alright, I need to tab over. And let's see, we need to pull forward just a rolls to work. There we go. And we'll start loading. These should hold 10, I believe. 2 stacks of 5. Kind of makes sense. So we're going to take 60 out of here. We've got 90. Okay, yeah, we've got plenty. We have enough. Like it must make about twice as many rails as raw iron. So it's going to be a little bit of a process. Let me get this loaded up. And we'll head out. It's like it's... Yeah, it's clouded up. Hope it doesn't rain on us. Got my raincoat in my other locomotive. That is quite a load. You think we're gonna make it out of here? I wonder if I had to back up and make a run at it, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Go ahead and drop a save. And let's see how the firebox is doing. I actually didn't check the water. Probably would have been a good idea. Good idea to check the water. Not easy to do in this game. Yeah, looking good. I have no idea. I think Railroads Online Extended tells me. I guess we run out of water, we run out of water. Oh, shoot. Is that broken or is that empty? Can't really get a good view of it. Yeah, looks like we might be kind of low on water. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Reverser on reverse. Confident whistle. Let's do this. I'm gonna pull up my Railroads Online Extended. Keep an eye on the speed over there. Because we have 1,000 out of 5,000 water, so we're not quite empty yet. Oh, there's the alt tab bug. Hop back in here. There we go. Whee! I don't think we're gonna make it. We got full pressure. Let me throw the sand on. Oh no, we don't have sand. This is a switcher. Well, I'm saying we're not going to make it, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. Thing's a beast. The smoke just pouring out of there. Love it. Well, I think that was the steepest part, if I remember right. Yeah, we're going max speed. You go, number 4. Well, somebody, I think it was on the Reddit, had a... I forget where I saw it. Somebody was talking about the INI file, and I changed some settings in there, so the tracks render out a lot further now. If you had noticed, that's why. I manually edited the, I think it was the engine INI, or one of the Unreal INI files. Manually turned the distances up on stuff. Still runs great, but the track doesn't spawn out like in front of your train. Makes it look more better. Huh. Well, in the words of Vice Grip Garage, I'll be dipped. I didn't think that was going to make it. But here we are. Where's my train? It's back here somewhere. There it is. I can just see it back there. Remember to throw that switch. In fact, let's just do that as we go by. It's this one. All right? Yep. All right. Oh, how are we looking here, train? Oh, boy. Oh, I didn't slow down enough. Incoming. You okay? I think we might be okay. A little bit of a hard couple. All right, I just had the one brake on. I think we are good. We're gonna have to grab some water, maybe over at Iron Mine Mountain Yard or something. Made it to the top, so that's amazing. I didn't think we were gonna make that. ahead and save, and let's head out towards the other yard. Super confident whistle. Oh, hello. Why did that happen? That's a new one. Because reasons. That's why. Welcome to early access. Okay. I'd put the reverser in forward. Then at 1%. That's weird. Are we good now, train? I think we're good. I'm going to look over here in my other window real quick. Make sure all the brakes are off. I got them all off. I think we're good. All right, highball. I think we got a little bit of weight behind us now. And we got a pretty decent little hill to get down, and then about was it 2%? 1.5%? It's not too bad up to the plateau. So I think we can at least make it to Iron Mine Mountain Yard, which is a mouthful. I need a new name for that. You got any good name suggestions for these locations on Fedora Railroad? Let me know in a comment down below. I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, she feels heavy. 6 cars of beams and 10 car, or I keep saying beams when I mean rails. 6 cars of rails, 10 cars of beams. Got some sharp corners up here, so I don't want to get going too fast just yet. Yeah, I think maybe I straightened out some curves in Railroad.studio website. And I bet that messed up the type of trestle that is. Might have to do some testing, see if that's the case. I have a sneaking suspicion that's what happened. Alright, somewhere along here, yeah, kind of right here's where it starts dropping off. Probably should have done this as bridge to trestle. But this looks kind of cool. No rain yet, luckily. I'm going to go ahead and get brakes on. I don't want to get too crazy. Flying through this. This is really sharp right here. Then we start going uphill right here. Just don't want to whiplash any cars off there. Okay, we're through the curve. Okay, let's give her all the beans. There are no more beans to give. She's sounding pretty healthy so far, but we're heading into the curve right here. I don't know if I've been through here since I fixed that. Or did I fix that on the video? It's been a while since I recorded, so I've kind of lost track. No, this one's got that too. I didn't think I straightened this one. Or not straightened, but smoothed. I don't know. Some weirdness going on. Well, we made it up that. That's a good sign. Water level is getting really low, so I think I will stop off at the yard over here and get it refilled with water. Or, well, we've got momentum. Should I just keep going? Get my other screen up here. If I flip that switch like that, we'll just head on over to the coal mine. Let's go for it. Go big or go home. We'll see how we do. Still got all the beans on. But I don't think we're going to make it. But I didn't go over 3%, at least not on purpose, on the coal mine. And that first little bit that you saw me build right at the end of the time lapse, as we hooked up to the yard, that last little bit there is not only steep, but it's curvy as well. Smoke out of her face. So we're running right at max speed. We'll see what happens. We're gonna go for it. A little sharp through here. I like those bridges. Makes it look like a, what do they call it? Plate girder bridge. Yeah, she starts getting steep right in here. Don't have enough wood or water, so let's do it. Running low on everything. Full steam ahead. Yeah, she's starting to slow a little bit. Sure, this was like 2.5%, 3% right in here. Yeah, we're starting to feel it now. Oh boy. Oh, come on, you're almost there. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Pulling heavy loads with an 060. Just another day on Fedora Railroad. Alright, we're down to 11 miles an hour, but she's still grunting it out. I don't remember if the grade lessens up here. I think it's like steep for quite a ways past here. Yeah, we get up to that next area. Yeah, we're not going to make it around this corner. We're down to 8 miles an hour. That's a pretty good little run, though. I'm impressed it made it this far. So we're going to need the climax over here to pull stuff up this hill. Which is kind of what I thought, but like I said, you don't know till you try. I like to test these locomotives to failure. 4.5 miles an hour. Let's go, girl. Got this. Look, you just have to make it up to well, probably past there. She's not giving up yet. Got a lot of fight in her. 2.5 miles an hour. Two miles an hour. She's putting down the steam till the last breath. You see the chuffs aren't synced to the cylinder at all, but it's still a nice effect. 0.9 miles an hour. It's a lot of weight back there. Oh, can we make it another revolution? So close. Oh, Oh, she's starting to slip. There's just a little bit of wheel slip there. Yep, she's done. Well, well done. Well done, number 4. I'm proud of you. The brakes can't even hold it. Yeah, we gave her a good run, though. I'm happy with that result. So I'll have to get the climax over here. And next video, we'll take a run out with the climax. See if we can get all the way up to the coal mine. Like I said, I tried to keep the ruling grade at 3% or less. And the curves are, of course, 40 is the minimum. I tried to go broader than that everywhere I could. Because I would like to have a coal-powered train run into the coal mine eventually. But in the meantime, I think the climax will get it done. If not, we'll take this train in 2 pieces. I think number 4 would get there with either the 10 cars or the 6 cars. Just not all of them at once. That'll be it for this one, folks. Thanks as always for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.